Eve, can you hear us?
Yes. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, wait. I mean, huh?
Oh, goodness. If only you had a wig on, then you could be, if you had a Beyonce wig on and just blowing in the wind like Mother. That's what you need right now.
Just don't get your hair caught in it.
No, not at all. We're not going to
No.
do that. It's very turn the fan on. It's one of those as opposed to me getting the hair caught in the fan.
I love it. Mabu, hey, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Today, when I was at the store the other day, I decided that I really wanted cranberry limeade. So I bought all the stuff and I made my own.
Yeah.
It's very delicious. So it has no caffeine, which is strange for me, but I still enjoy it.
With the crayon, you could add vodka.
Vodka? I don't have any, and I should have bought some, but you know what? It's okay.
I miss doing that, so I had to.
Vodka.
Anyways, I am Brandy, your professional fangirl of concert drag and video games. As always, drinking water because hydration is important.
That's so quick. I wasn't prepared. My name is David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I've already worn this once during Philippines coverage, but I had to bring it out again since we're at a finale. But I had to wear the one and only Marina Summers body like wow, yes. And I am drinking water, and I'm not drinking it out of my cup mug.
Oh no, I don't have mine.
I don't have mine either.
Mine is in the dishwasher.
Wow,
David is holding it down as the only person with a cup mug today.
Which you can get at
LanaGsCreations.etsy.com, where you can get your cup mug, your other cup merch, and other assorted, lovely, wonderful things. And we do ship internationally, so there are no excuses. We're looking right at you, Philippines.
I see you. There you are.
Looking for you. And what's happening, everybody? You already know who it is. Your homegirl, Eve the Bunny, Chicago drag artiste and queen of Ivy Park. I'm dipping back into my hoodies, like some of my fave hoodies that I got from the collection, especially because fall time is here now. So I'm like, ooh, yay. Now my hoodie sets all feel so much more cozy. But this is my cropped, like little lilac purple situation that I got from the Ivy Park Rodeo collection. A lot of that was denim, and I'm not really the craziest about denim, like as a fabric or in general. And so I was like, I'll go with this like nice soft, what do we call this? Mauve, lavender Haze by Taylor Swift, available on iTunes. Sorry, sneezed. Yeah.
Bless you.
That kind of cute little pastel situation. So it's very cute. And I am drinking the complete opposite of what David and Brandon are drinking. I'm drinking pure leaf sweet tea. It has water in it, but it's mostly not. It's mostly
my favorite iced tea brand, by the way.
Actually, to be honest with you, I'm more of a Gold Peak fan.
Yes.
But this
I also love Gold Peak, but Pure Leaf is like one of my favorites. So
this is what they had at the store, so I went ahead and got on down on her. So
good.
Yeah.
But we're unfortunately not here to talk about tea, though. Tea-cast coming soon.
Hello.
I think that's.
We're not here to talk about tea. We're here to talk about the tea.
The tea and the real and the reality, because Friends, it's over. Drag Race Philippines is done.
And I feel so alone. This is a sadness I've never known. It's my Cheetah Girls reference.
And I was right there with you.
No, I got it. I was just like,
had a moment.
my God, I love it.
Oh, goodness. Yes, we are here talking about the finale of Drag Race Philippines Season 2. We had a lot of looks. We had people returning. We had way more looks than I had anticipated. We had lip syncs. We had questionable decisions, maybe. And we have a winner and everything in between. And a mini reunion. Kinda. So, they dive right in. We are wasting no time. And I do want to start, before we talk about our beautiful 7 of 8 beautiful, fabulous, wonderful eliminated queens that we have to talk about today. I want to skip ahead for just a second, and I want to talk about what the fuck this Mama Pow performance was. Because I'm, like, honest to God, in this moment, RuPaul, Shantae, you stay. RuPaul lip syncs better than Mama Pow does.
But I will say that Mama Pow at least does more than RuPaul does. Like,
does
Mama
she?
Mama Pow was getting some lifts with some little legs. RuPaul does step heel toe. Heel toe,
yes, because
heel toe, walk to the right while they all dance around me. Oh, I look at you. Oh, I'm gonna look at you. Oh, I'm gonna look at you. Then we're gonna walk back to the center and we're gonna heel toe a little bit more. And then you're
at least she knows her choreography.
It's very.
At least RuPaul knows her choreography. Mama Pow didn't even know her own choreography.
That's at least Mama Pow had choreography.
I would rather the RuPaul step touch, honestly. Honest to God.
For me, RuPaul maps out her morning wake-up routine as a performance. So basically, that's her walking downstairs to the kitchen, and then she walks over to the refrigerator. Oh, what's in the fridge? Oh, there's this. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's this. I'm going to grab some milk. And then she walks back to the counter, and then she walks in place while she drinks it. I feel like this whole thing is like, yeah, that's what it gets.
The way he kept pointing, I kept wanting to think, look over there, look over there, look over there.
Look over there.
I'm wondering.
I love the faux surprise looks that she always has. Like when the background dancers are like doing backflips or something, she's like.
You were saying, David.
Oh, I was wondering if for you all, the audio of the music was not matching up with her mouth at all, or was that just something with my wow?
No, she just didn't lip sync properly.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like she was saying the right words, but it was like a 1 second delay.
Yes, because that's because she doesn't lip sync properly, David.
I thought it was just an editing issue.
I think that
because she just doesn't know how to lip sync, David.
I think that what it is it's one of those kind of things where, you know, when you know a song and you love a song and you are singing it while it's on the radio or whatever, and you're adding that extra 1 or 2 notes of a little something in because it's like some girls lip sync like that sometimes, where it's like they're not lip syncing like these like 360% what the music is. It's like it's almost like she was holding all the notes a second longer. Because I understand what you were saying, David. I kind of noticed the same thing where I'm like, why do I feel like she's not cutting off her words at the end like she needs to? It's almost like, yeah, it was almost like, I don't know, maybe she had an ear monitor and it was a second off or something, but like it did seem like everything that she lip synced dragged just a little bit longer than the actual lyrics did, and I was like, why? The
editors could have helped her out.
True. And okay, before anybody comes for me in the comments, because I know Philippines audience, I know y'all do enjoy some Mama Pow. I understand. I'm more than aware that she is not a lip sync artist. I am aware of that. I'm just saying, why are you going to do a lip sync when you are not known as a lip sync artist? We could have not had this and it would have been fine.
I was gagged. The part that gagged me the hardest, I was like, girl, you are silly, is when they had her on top of that motorcycle and had the wind blowing with the skirt and everything. Child, lift her off the motorcycle. The skirt is attached to the motorcycle, not to her outfit. I was
like, you are joking.
I was like, this is so. I was like, wait, how is she in a leotard? I said, wait, they're not connected? I was like, this is goofy.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, it was so
I
funny.
found the whole thing so cringeworthy in like the worst way, personally, but that's just me.
She grew on me a lot this season, though. I'll say that much.
I will agree with that. I still found this very cringy.
No, yeah, that's me. Like, I love Mama Pao, but at the same time, what was this?
I didn't put a whole bunch of stock into it because I was like, oh, here's the host performance. I mean, it's not like it's one of those kind of situations where it's like it's Drag Race Canada and it's Brooklyn up here slaying some performance, you know what I mean? Or Thailand and it's Pan,
Art
like,
and Pan, yeah.
Yeah, killing something or whatever. We're like, yes, it's the host that we're just kind of like, okay, you know. So I was like, I'm not.
She's really the closest to RuPaul that we have out of our hosts.
I was like, I'm not putting a lot of stock in this performance. I was like, you do what you need to do. I will say though that even though I know that we're not going to talk about them because we have so many looks to talk about, I did love the fact that the eliminated girls were able to do different looks for the performance because out of all of those, if we all want to just like real quickly say if we had a favorite out of those, I loved OV's look.
Me too.
The best. I was like, oh, OV has this full face kitty with this matching oversized scarf, and it's all like black and red and white graffiti print, and like you could just see her eyes. I was like, clearing. I was like, OV is clearing in the back.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention close enough.
I loved it. I was like, oh, they're all wearing different outfits.
I like Matilduh too.
Matilda's cute. Matilda's face is. Matilda had a mug on her.
Matilda on any other season would have been top 4.
Yeah, or at least top 5.
Yeah, I could see her going home in that 5th place robbed icon spot for sure.
Yeah.
For me, honestly, I think she's a lot farther than she went.
Yeah.
For me, I think she's a lock for Philippines All Stars. For me personally,
that would be.
And I would like.
No, I would see that.
I'd be very down for that.
Well, although we're not going to talk about the performance looks of the eliminated queens, we are going to talk about the final runways of our eliminated queens. So, we're going to go in order, which means we're starting with our dearest Nicole Pardaux.
Miss Nicole Pardaux. I like this. I thought this was cute. I like the upgrade on Nicole's mug. I think Nicole's new mug is killing. Yeah, I didn't have any issues with this at all. It was a cute little 2-piece. And there's the I can't remember what's the name of the sleeve, like the signature like sleeve they do in the Philippines. Because like remember they had the challenge in season 1 where they all had to do the sleeve.
I think it's because I know, Arizona for her final look wore a Filipiniana, so I don't know whether it was that or
no.
Because
it's the one where it's the one where the sleeves look like this almost half like U shape that's like cut.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I can't.
Yeah, but Nicole has those sleeves on her gown. I forgot what they are called, but I was like, yes, I love that. Give me the full experience, the full Filipina experience. And I think they look gorgeous on her. But yeah, I remember because what was it like? I think that was the episode that Touring ended up going home because she had an outfit that was like made all of just the sleeves and they didn't like it. But it's all in that shape.
I'm trying to remember, but it's...
Was it the, hold on. The Turno?
Maybe?
Because that was episode 1.
No. I don't think it was that one.
I don't remember. But
let's know in the comments.
I'll try to look it up before my turn, but if not, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to play drag detective with each of these looks. I'm going to assume most of them picked one of the 3 categories of looks for their final look here. So I'm going to say this was her My Best Drag Eleganza look. But I thought it was why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? There are definitely...
it.
Oh no, there's definitely ones that are animals. There's definitely ones that are jewels.
Okay.
We'll see. But this, I think, is my best drag, Eleganza. I thought it was a really good glow up for her. And I really like the print on the fabric. She's giving face of Cebu drag, which when we talk about Untucked, we'll get into that.
What I love about this, it's like the up skirt, because like it's like high waisted, like, and it works so well with this crop as well. Like it just like meshes well together, and the gold rose, like just a nice touch to this. Like I love it so much. And then is the wig also trying to look like a flower as well? Because
I think so.
like that looks amazing. Like beautiful.
Eve, I have an answer.
What is it?
It is the Terno. The Terno. I'm not saying it. I'm saying it very American, but I believe that is what it is as well. I love Nicole, and I love this garment, and I love Nicole, and I think she looks beautiful. And that's all I have to say about it. So, scores.
I'm going to give Miss Nicole a 90. I like this.
I gave it a 72.
95.
96.
Yes. Come on, Nicole.
Astrid Mercury. Mercury's not in the microwave anymore.
I thought this was very gorgeous and very classic and very clean. It was just simple, clean elegance done effectively. So I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't ridiculously wowed, but I love everything that I'm seeing.
Yeah, for me, this was in the top half of the returning girls. I really like the gold and the red together. It's a great silhouette for her. I like the headpiece. I thought this was a success for her. She should be proud for sure.
Yes, I agree with Eve's sentiment with how sleek it is. Like, yes, it didn't wow me, but very clean. Love this headpiece because, like, every time I see that headpiece on anyone is just like work. And yeah, like I love how it's like shaped as well. It's just perfect.
I love this. This is one of my favorites of the returning queen's looks. The way this is cut is so flattering for her chest and her arms. I love this headpiece. The makeup is so good. But Astrid's makeup was always good for the one episode she was on the show. I love the way that this dress is cut with just the big sleeve at the bottom. Girl, you better, Astrid. Ugh. Scores.
I'm gonna give Miss Mercury a 90 as well.
I gave her an 84.
88.
This is full for me, baby.
Come on, full cup.
She's tiny. Deluxe.
Yes, this is my baby girl, Tiny Deluxe. Always and forever part of Team Eve. Looks sickening. Love the way that it went on her. That everything just fit on her. I love the monochromatic, like fuchsia pink on fuchsia pink. Like I think it looks great. Her mug, of course, is stamped. The hair, of course, is gorge. She looks very. I have a cute returning outfit on. You know what I mean? It's almost very it's almost very reunion. It's almost very like I'd be wearing this for like the Drag Race Philippines reunion. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. It has a cute sophistication to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the Tiny I was expecting to see all season. I had really high hopes for her before we started the season, but she looks great here. Like Eve said, it's a perfect fit for her, and I really think pink is her color. So far, I think everybody is showing off Best Drag Eleganza, but I swear there's people that did different categories. But yeah, I really like this one.
No, I love this. Like this pink is everything, and of course, I also do agree with the sentiment of the fact that this could be like a reunion look. So, but just amazing. Like the hips for me, it's like I love how it's pointed like that.
Yeah.
One could say it was interesting angular movements, Brandon.
Yes.
Thank you. Miss Tiny Deluxe, Miss Daughter of Miss Venus Deluxe, Tiny Deluxe. She did what needed to be done.
Hell yes.
This is gorgina. The way this fits on her, I love this interesting angular movement in the hip because it just it makes her shape just even better, and the skirt coming down is so simple and everything is so monochromatic. Nasty. Scores.
I'm giving Miss Tiny Deluxe a full cup. Her.
I'm giving her an 83.
This is a 93 for me.
Baby, my cup's at the bottom of the ocean.
Yes.
My cup is at the bottom of the ocean doing something.
Moisture, drowned.
Drowned
out.
And next is Miss Levels.
Miss Verushka Levels. Let's have a cute little quick chat real quick. One would say that there is an ass whooping with your name on it that I owe you. And I apologize that it's taken me so long to be able to deliver this to you. But you know what? It's okay. It's perfectly fine. The Lord says it may not come when you want it, but it will be there right on time. So trust and believe this dragging is for you. Miss Verushka Levels. My issue with you, other than the fact that you think that you look like some souped up Disney Channel villain, is the fact that you think that you have the audacity to try to tell other marginalized groups of people what they can and cannot find offensive when you take language and verbiage out of a demographic that does not belong to you, and you try to use it as if it's your own, to try to gain, I don't know, cool points or to look jazzy on the gram, whatever. Let me be one. I don't speak for all, but now I do speak for all Black people when I say, try that shit with somebody else, not with us, especially not with me. I don't give a damn who you are, what you do, what drag you know, what drag you wear, what drag you barely wear, whatever. When it comes to using racial slurs in whatever kind of way that you think that you want to be able to use it or convey it for whatever message you want to, I don't play that game at all. I checked you on Twitter and I have no problem checking your ass in public. So next time you want to copy and paste some lyrics, make sure you know what the hell you're doing. And your outfit looks cheap.
Well, I'll say there are things I do like about this, but things I dislike about it as well. But guess what? I saw everything that went down, and I'm not going to say anything I like about it. I'm only going to focus on the bad, and that's that it's really busy. It's kind of an eyesore, and it's a weird silhouette. So that's all you get from me.
This is all you're getting. Next.
Oh, I have plenty of things to say about this bitch. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it brief. You look like a crumpled up damn piece of paper with some highlighter on it, bitch. That's all. And I'm not even gonna give her the honor of getting scored. I don't care.
I was gonna give my first plea. Dang it.
No, she doesn't deserve it.
Doesn't deserve that.
But you know who does deserve some praise and some love and some kindness and some respect on her name? It's Miss Matilduh.
Matilda, my darling, I live for you. I want to tell you this is so just... I would say, to be bluntly honest, out of all of the girls, this was more on the simplistic side. But I still feel like I know the aspect of where you were going. It still gives me fashion model. It still gives me runway. It still gives me, this would be you walking in fashion week in this kind of a look. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't have a whole bunch of bells and whistles, but it doesn't need to with the way that you're serving it and the way that it just presents. It just looks really strong, really clean, really fashion forward, really America's Next Top Model type of an outfit. You know what I mean? Like, and then your mug and your hair were just effortless. Like, did the damn thing. I so hate the fact that we ended up losing you so early because, like, I want to see more from you. Like, you're a girl that I'm going to be following for real.
Yeah, I think her face probably looked the best of any of the returning girls. Her makeup was so on point. But I do agree with Eve. The look itself was a little on the simple side, but I still really liked it. And she knows how to model it well. So overall, I liked it.
Simple but effective. That's how I can like describe it as, because like, yes, the dress is simple, but she makes it so effective. And then of course the mug there.
The mug is mugging.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah. I saw her fully perform. I think it was a couple weeks ago. Her and Minty. I think it was her and Minty did Telephone. And they had all that choreo down, and it was cute.
That sounds cute. That
it
sounds
was
very
cute. It was real cute. I loved it. So, but no, Matilduh is one of my favorites from this season. Hands down, no question.
Yeah.
She is the person I'm going to be the most excited to see return. Because I think you give her a little bit more time. If you look at what she's posting now on Instagram, maybe give her a few more years, let her get some more coin, and she's going to come back to something with the personality, the look, the charisma, the uniqueness, the nerve, and the talent, and she's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it right now. I see it and I want it. And I absolutely adore her. And this look is good too. I actually really like the look. I like the way it billows in the front. The whole billowing of the skirt itself, I really, really do enjoy. It is on the more simplistic side, but like you said, Brandon, simple but effective.
Yeah.
So, scores.
I would give Miss Matilduh a 95.
I gave her a 78.
90.
It's full for me, baby.
Yay.
I want to give all the other girls love because that's just what I'm here to do today.
Yay.
And speaking of Miss DeeDee Marie Holliday.
Not all of them. Well, it's...
I wonder what category she was going for, David.
See, I told you all.
She was going for her best drag.
Wildlife Couture.
No, that's just her. This honestly made me think of when everybody was calling Alaska a snake, and so she came back with the snake outfit. There's a lot of what I got from it. I will say that it looks very well put together and well done, like with all of the... I will say this. This is not to clock anybody, but it's one of those kind of things where I'm like, is that so readily available of like a costume piece in the Philippines? Because like, if it is, I need to go and get me some costumes from the Philippines. But I've noticed, especially a lot with Bernie as well, is they'll have a lot of outfits that look like they're made of just like a lot of beaded material that's in this chest plate type format. And then like almost like a skirt kind of type format that's very kind of warrior, like tribal. Bernie wears a lot of them in like different colors or different materials, you know, or whatever.
We're going to see 3 of them later in this episode. But
yeah, she wore like a couple this episode. But I was noticing that with DeeDee's when she was moving around that it was all beads. And I was like, oh, that's sickening. But at the same time, I was like, I see a lot of that kind of costume structure. Maybe they got them from like similar designers.
I was gonna say I'm gonna check right now, but I think they're all like either a similar or the same
designer. And so they
But I'm
probably
gonna
just customized it for whatever look they were doing, whether it be using beads or using stones or using, you know, whatever. I think that the look of it and everything is phenomenal. But the downside is because of the fact that I am noticing it a lot, because it is possibly the same designer, it is losing some of the effect. I feel like that if I hadn't seen their silhouette or this kind of armature type of costume with the beading a couple of times earlier in the episode, like in seasons before with Bernie and other people, then this would have had a huger impact. Like if this was my first time ever seeing anything like that, I'd be like, okay, wait a minute, DeeDee, this is kind of badass, bitch. Why didn't I see this on the show? Why did you come out in that mung bean outfit when you could have came out in something like this? But I not to take away from how good it looks, I do think it looks sickening. I think that's probably the best I've seen DeeDee look on the show. Because a lot of her stuff I felt like came off a little cheap looking. Did look like it cost some money. Although I feel like that she is saved a little bit by the fact that that snake is the same color as her entire outfit. Because at first I thought it was like a boa or it was like attached to the outfit. And I was like, ooh, she's got like this snake boa. But then boa, like a snake boa kind of thing. But the more I would see it, like her move around with it, I was like, oh no, it's like one of those stuffed snakes from Walmart. And I was like, good thing. And like, it all goes with the outfit so well that you can't tell when you just look at it. Cause like when she kind of started playing around with it, it did have that kind of like foam. I mean, that, you know, that stuffed appearance to it where she was just kind of like spinning it around. And I'm like, oh, that's not a real snake. But I like the costume more than the person in it, but I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, I was about to say I like this more than I like DeeDee herself, especially after watching Untucked. But for me, this is phenomenal. Like this is one of the best things I've ever seen in Drag Race Philippines. Like all the detail, the way that she managed to make it look campy yet polished. I just was obsessed with it, to be honest. Like I did not expect this from her of all people.
Yeah.
Like so good. So good.
Yeah. When I first looked at this, my mouth was to the ground. That was like, oh my God. And then of course, like the way that this snake is like across the hips is like of course I thought like with this snake look it could be literal with the boa as a boa, but the vipers are the headpieces, which makes sense. Like I like this Hydra situation in a way, and I have to say it, she did what needed to be done.
Yeah, I really enjoy this. So I think it's more a technique in a lot of Filipino designs than it is the designer. I got wrapped up in one of the designers that I think was the designer on the bulk of Bernie's package, because most of the photos are like Bernie and also a bunch of pageant costumes. So it's like that's like all this designer's Instagram is. But I really enjoy this. This is made by someone from her home province, so I think that adds a little bit of like, I love that. I love that she did that. I mean, this is impressive. I can't say anything else. Like it's incredibly impressive. So, scores.
Congratulations, DeeDee Marie Holliday. You are the lesser of two evils. I'll give you a 90.
I gave her a 97.
My cup is full.
It's full. OV.
Now this.
Mm-hmm.
Precious Stones Runway.
I enjoyed this.
Get it, David.
I enjoyed this a lot. It was very on brand OV for me. It was very like, I'm going to reference it because I feel like that, oh God, if she ever got on that, it would be amazing. But like, it's very Dracula-esque for me. But it's one of those Dragula-esque type looks where it's all white, but it's still evil in some kind of way. You know what I mean? Because it automatically is easy to do all black and be dark, you know what I mean? And all white and see that as purity. But like, there's a way that a lot of alternative and darker and more creepy artists can do all white and still pull off this macabre type look. Like Saint during Dragula Resurrection, when they had to do the different Halloween like costume tropes, and she did the ghost and was like completely white but was still ridiculously creepy all at the same time. I love that juxtaposition of her coming out and all of this and you thinking she's angelic, and it's like, oh no bitch, she's like Lucifer, she's like that angel. And I'm like, I live for it. And like at the end, something about her at the end, when she got to the end of that runway, like when she did her trip, like her walk and everything, and made it back to the end, and she just took that crown off and just held it. I was like, it's very much giving. I've owned my own crown. I'm my own queen. I was like, I was living for all of it. I was like, I love this so much from her, and I wish her so much of the best. I think she's so sickening.
Yeah, she is. So Ovi, I didn't get to really say anything after she got eliminated, but she's probably my second favorite queen of the season behind Bernie. Like, I love Ovi so much. I wanted to draft her first for a reason, but yeah, I really love this. I wrote down in my notes, I was just reading them. I wrote down beautiful and expensive. I accidentally put a Z instead of an X. So, girl, this is expensive. Expensive, yes.
I love that.
So yeah, I didn't have much to say, but I'm just obsessed with her, and yeah, absolutely one of my favorite looks of the night.
Miss OV. I was about to bring up her original drag name. I'm not going to do that because she doesn't deserve that. Miss OV. Girl. Bitch. I have one qualm. I wish it fit a little bit better. But that's honestly it. Like, that's honestly all I have. Like,
But
it just, yeah.
there's a reason it doesn't fit better. It's because if there's one thing about Ovi, when she goes in untucked, that thing is coming off.
Oh, absolutely.
Immediately, it was getting off and untucked.
Naked.
So she's like, it can't be too
not
tight.
wearing clothes, naked. But Brandy, go ahead.
No, yeah. The way that she does this, like, her eyes are closed for a majority of the time for this, correct? Or, yeah, like,
I think so.
The theatrics, like, everything. Like, this is why I love her so much. I love them so much. Like, this is everything. Like, of course, when Logan says, duh, like, I'm saying it right now.
Okay.
I have to.
Of course.
I'm going to say this is less full for me.
Ovi, I'm giving your expensive look a 95.
Yeah, again, Kundala.
Kundala.
Duh. Duh. Hana Beshie with hand.
Hana Beshie. Hana Beshie.
Abora.
Abora.
I loved this concept. I thought it was really cute and really smart. I've seen the bodysuit with the different hands and different gloves on it many a time before. We all have. But I like the difference of it being like, oh no, they're all like rich hands and they all have stones, and then you have this huge, ridiculously jumbo hand as like one big like shawl kind of situation, and then it has rings and a bracelet and stuff on it. So I love the camp of that. It's very notes on camp kind of, you know. And so I liked it. I'd say the only issue that I had was the fact that some of the rings for me kind of pushed it to a level of gaudy in like not the best way. I feel like it could have been edited a little bit differently. Also, I'm not the craziest about, because I just noticed that, and I hate when that happens. Your nude illusions aren't matching. And so that kind of throwing me off, because you have like really shiny chicken legs, but then you have like a matte brown bodysuit. So I wish that they both kind of meshed at the same color. Or what you possibly would have needed to do was get an opaque tight, because you probably end up getting just like a shimmery tight, and then you have an opaque bodysuit, and you probably just need opaque tights. And then that way it would have all looked like one flush color all the way down, and it would have looked a little bit better. But it is a little bit of a throw off from the bodysuit to the legs. But other than that, I think that it looked great, and I think you did a really good job. Very, very on brand, Hana Beshie. Very Beshie. I loved it.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about this. I think the concept is grade A. I think for the most part, it's executed really well. I really like this forest screen on her. I don't mind the gaudy jewelry on the hands. That didn't bother me at all. But yeah, I'm sure, Logan, you probably knew as soon as you saw this what my issue would be. And I already am not inclined to like a nude illusion, but especially when it's not done very well. So that kind of held this back from being like one of my top 3 looks of the returning queens.
Okay, but we have to remember that countries that are not the United States
don't do nude illusions.
No, that's not what I'm going to say, David. What I'm going to say is they don't have as easy of an access to nude illusion and nude undergarments that match their skin tone as easily as people in the US do. And even then, people in the US still don't have that problem, especially Black queens and other people of color.
I can't give it a pass if it doesn't look good.
Okay.
She could have did the whole thing with a black bodysuit, and it would have been just as effective.
I absolutely agree with you. However, I'm just bringing it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if this was a full black bodysuit, like that would have looked amazing with this green. Like, but I still love this nude illusion effect that she was going for as well, because of the fact that like it was going for this concept, and it's like amazing. Like again, that hand that's like just right in front. Like, come on. I would have never thought of this, and also the fact that the hand is also on like the bodysuit, as the hands are on the bodysuit as well. Like, is there like 4 hands on there? I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I think so.
Like
It's like 4 or 5.
2, 3, 4, yeah.
Of course, like very similar to, although it wasn't like inspired, probably Beyonce. So, but just everything.
Yeah, I definitely wish this was a black bodysuit underneath. I'm not going to give it a pass either for the entire nude illusion. I'm just bringing it up because it's a thing that is worth talking about.
Yeah, it's something that happens.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, Beshie.
I
think it's the new Abora. It's Beshie. Beshie. I love Hana, and I love this. Yeah, my big thing is I just wish it was honestly any other color. It could have been a mint green. It could have been a black. It could have been a white. It could have been all that lighter tone in the upper part of the thing. If it had just been that, I don't know.
Imagine if it was velvet purple.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think that would have been great. But that's all. Scores.
I'm gonna have to give Beshie a 88.
I gave her an 80.
96.
93.
Yeah.
Hana Beshie with a 93.
Yeah, Hana Beshie with 93.
Okay. So now for some reason we have a ball.
I'm okay with it. I'm very okay with it. Because in my mind, if we didn't have a ball, then we would have had 20 to 30 minutes of boring workroom talk and then 1 look apiece. I'd rather have 3 looks.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
and we got some crazy good looks.
Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna talk about them on the briefer side, but we are gonna talk about them. So, first category is Wildlife Couture Extravaganza. This really, all of these runway category names were like, it's just insert gay words here. Like, that's really what it felt like for me. Is like
They were
Couture, Eleganza.
They were stock drag race categories.
Absolutely. It's like
Absolutely.
insert concept, insert drag race word, insert drag race word. Great, cool, love it.
Adjective, noun, drag race word.
Absolutely. First up, Bernie.
Body, burn. Loved it. It is, like I said, that silhouette, that style of costume where it has the beaded tunic with the beaded bottom two-piece. But I love all of the feathers that are on the back and the headdress part of it. I feel like those are my favorite. Because with everything else, it does look it's starting to look really similar to some of the other outfits that she's wore, like how it's put together, even with it having like the little separate leg garters and that whole thing. But the wings on it are different, and the headpiece are different, and it doesn't look like it is only made up of like 15 to 16 feathers. They skinned a whole bunch of chickens and eagles and buzzards and everything to make that coat, child. That's a lot of feathers. That's a whole bunch. Like, Jesus. That's She ready. She ready to fly. Spread your wings and prepare. Oh, that's Butterfly by Mariah Carey. Not a bird.
Anyway.
I want to see your peacock.
Nope. Still
I'm
off.
trying to think of a bird.
David.
Yeah, I think this is stunning. What I really like about Bernie is she's like made herself one of those queens, and this is so rare where you can just take away her face, see what she's wearing, and you instantly know who it is.
Yeah.
Like, this is signature Bernie, and I love it. It's so good, so stunning, and her delivery was great. My favorite part was when she was walking away and she stops and then throws her leg back around and does this turn to face the judges
I'm
again.
not gone.
Yep. I was like, come on, Bernie. Come on, Bernie. I love this look.
And you know you're talking directly to Mother right now, David.
Mm-hmm.
She's watching.
Hi,
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. These wings
We're made to fly.
Yeah, we're made. Yeah,
There
these
you
wings,
go, Eve.
Yeah, I was about to. You stole my quote, Logan.
I sure did, and I'd do it again.
Again, I love Little Mix, so these wings were made to fly.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we fell in love with Bernie so much this season, and the fact that this outfit is just everything. How does she do it? Like,
Because she's Mother.
She did what needed to be done, and Mother.
Can I say something? Can I say something that's a little shady, but it's not?
Oh,
It's not meant to be shady, but it's gonna come off a little shady. Do you want to know? Do you want to know who Mother reminds me of right now? With the energy of her presentation on the runway and the look together.
Oh no!
This might be showing my age too. But does anyone remember the cartoon Foghorn Leghorn?
Eve.
Do you remember the little chicken hawk?
And with that being said, scores.
I was like, she's so acting like the little chicken hawk that was just like, you're not gonna do that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like that girl, but she's like this tiny.
Eve, give your score.
I was like, hey, I like the little chicken hawk. I thought the chicken hawk was feisty. I think Mother is feisty. She's already letting you know I'm the mother of the roost. So I'm gonna give her a sickening 96.
Bernie, if you're watching it, it's like very rare I give scores this high. This is a 99 for me. Near perfection.
Oh, wow.
I've gotten used to David giving a whole lot of full cuts on something else.
Oh, just wait. Just wait, Bernie. Just wait.
Wait. Oh, God. Okay. All right. You know what my score is. Mugther, Kundala.
Mugther.
Kundala, full cup, cups full of
Like
la,
everything.
couple
Like all the fullness, everything.
full of la.
Absolutely.
Fa la 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 la.
Full la.
Fa la 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 Bernie. Arizona Brandy.
Arizona, what the hell is this?
I mean, you're saying what we're all thinking, so.
I will say this. I'm not mad at it. I'm mad at it for a finale. This is a walk-in look.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Right. This ain't no finale. This is a runway look. This is. I feel like that. Part of me knows that you knew that y'all weren't getting judged on these looks. Let me put it that way. Because I do feel like out of this episode, you made these looks an afterthought. You put all your effort into making sure that you were eating these hoes up in the performances, which I respect. Because the looks ain't going to get you to the finale. The lip syncs were. So I respect that. But at the same time, I was like, ooh, it was like very obvious that out of all of the other three girls, they were all bringing finale-worthy looks. And you were like, what's the category? Okay, here we go. Like, it was very extremely simple. Extremely simple. And you look sickening. And you don't look bad in it at all, but this just isn't finale. This is reunion. Yeah.
I don't even know about that. Like, this is I got a book a show that I'm booked at and I have nothing to wear. Let me wear this.
Why did I think your ass was gonna say, "Oh, I have to go to a book signing"?
A book signing.
I was gonna say that too.
It's given that too.
Not a book signing.
She's got a Brandy signing or something. I don't know.
She's launching her own Brandy, and this is what she wore to the soft launch.
And everybody was
launch
still
party.
confused.
And everyone was so
to the
confused.
soft
And then she
launch.
licked the floor.
This is what she wore to the after party after the launch.
Yep. Yeah, this was disappointing for the finale. Like, honestly, I think I liked basically everybody else's looks throughout the episode better than this. It was just too on the nose. It's a simple animal print. Like, it doesn't feel like there was a lot of effort there. And then I didn't really like the tulle kind of tail behind it either. What I did like, I'm going to find something to like. I really like this wig on her. Like, it's a big draggy wig. And we don't usually see her with hair that color. So I like the wig.
No, yeah, I love this wig. Like, it's so full, like everything. No, yeah.
Her wig is full.
Yeah. Something about this, I don't know why, because like it's cheetah, but why do I feel like this was either again, this is all conspiracy. They didn't know they were gonna use this as a finale category. This could have been like during the ball, like if they did it in the actual challenge. Why do I feel like that's what I thought they were trying to go for with this?
It's possible.
It's possible. So, but yeah, if we're judging by finale standards, yeah, this is but I still kind of like this though.
So you're saying maybe you're thinking that maybe they had this as like a regular ball category.
If they did the ball, if they did the action. Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely. I am 100% under the impression that this and the Precious Gems one were just regular. I don't think they knew they were going to wear it for the finale. Like, I think it's just a runway category they were given. Because none of these looks are all that incredibly extravagant beyond the quality that we've gotten on this season. So that's just where I'm coming from with it. I don't think it was.
You think so? Let me see the rest of them again, because I mean,
a lot of them are great, but a lot of them are at the same sort of quality of looks that we got from this season. That's kind of what I was saying with it.
I guess that's somewhat fair.
It's not just a little bit better, but some of them more so than others.
But see, I think the issue that I have is the fact that Arizona's even worn better shit than this. So like,
I agree with you.
Oh yeah, I know.
I feel like that's a bit of a downside for her, is to be like, not for you wearing like, not for you taking one of your weaker looks, period, and it end up being one of them for the finals. You know what I mean?
And that's why you just have to kind of try to make all of your looks as like to the same level. Like it's just one of the, and I know when packing for Drag Race, like there are going to be looks that are your weaker looks, and it's one of those unfortunate things I think that happened. But girl, let's start with the positives with Miss Arizona Brandy. I like the wig. I like her shape. Scores.
Supersonic pussycat, just like a jaguar. But I will say that was what I was honestly thinking when she came out. I was singing Jaguar by Victoria Monet.
Yes, I love that song.
I was, when she was coming out, that's what I was thinking. Supersonic pussycat. I would give this 80. It's not horrible. It's just there are editing choices I feel like that you could have done to upscale the entire thing and would have made it a lot better. Like, to be completely honest with you, if you would have lost the tool train on the back, and if the entire dress was stoned, if the entire dress was encrusted and color coordinated stone, so it still had that cheetah face and everything, but it was all rhinestone, then it would look like this high glamour version of it. You know what I mean? Then I feel like it would be something that would have been a little bit more along, like on par with the other finale looks. And it wouldn't look so much like you're just wearing a regular dress that has a cheetah face on it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a, what I give it, 75? I'm gonna give it 75.
You said 80.
You said
80. Okay, 80. I won't go back. I won't go down. I'm
right. I gave it a 44.
Shit.
74.
50.
Love Arizona.
So the exact thing I was talking about, Eve, comes into play here with M1ss Jade So.
Wait, what were you saying?
Like, this is about the quality, like about the same quality as we've seen on the runway this season. It's on par.
That's
okay. Yeah.
Because I'll just give my thoughts now, I guess. This is good. This is fine. I think Jade looks lovely. Nothing about this is overly extravagant. But I love these pants.
OMG, like, it's pants.
OMG, it's pants.
I feel like that, unfortunately, I feel like that there were times when Jade was like, I'm going to go costume heavy. And then there were times when Jade is going to go, I'm going to be sexy. And I think what sucks is the fact that I don't feel like that we've seen too many instances where I feel like the two meet. Where she's ridiculously sexy in just this ridiculously stylish costume. It's like, I feel like that you see her in a lot of very heavy stylish costumes, but then she's not really worried about how she's presenting. She's trying to give like a look. But then I feel like there's some looks that are specifically like, I'm gonna be sexy. Like you're in like some regular harem pants and a regular corset top you could have got from Forever 21, and it looks like some spray painted silver rubber snake you put in the middle of your outfit, and then you got some horns from Spirit. Like, it's a very, like, it's not on the, like, this, if you put this look up against the first look that she wore on episode 1, I'd be like, girl, this is such a step backwards as opposed to forward. But like I said, I feel like it's because when it comes to certain looks, I feel like she still needs to be able to work the angles where she can serve a look and body and sexy at the same time, and not sometimes compromise one for the other.
Yeah, for me, this is her weakest of the night, but I still like it. I think she's very sexy in this. I didn't necessarily get animal from it. I get what she was going for once she explained it, but I get more devil than like demon goat or whatever she's going for. But she's what's that?
Both of them.
Yes, what you said.
It's a mythical creature.
Okay. But yeah, I do like this. I just don't love it. I wanted to love it because I've loved so many of her looks. But yeah, it's good.
This is funny to think about because when she said Baphomet, I know a drag artist named the Baphomet in DC.
I love that.
No, which is amazing. I was just like, I need to show them this because also drag king, by the way, this drag artist. So it's just like, I kind of love this concept, but at the same time, this outfit's like okay. Like I do love this snake piece in this front they go in. I'm just like, oh, lovely. Horns, obviously stunning. But I kind of wish this could be a little bit more elevated, but still love this overall.
Of course.
I will make this statement and then I'll go ahead and get my score. When it comes to the look, I feel like that what could have helped elevate it and take it less out of the sexy realm and more out of the like devil goat kind of realm is if there were some pieces to it that lended more to that. I'm kind of thinking of like when Mayhem Miller did Krampus for what was it? I think like the Halloween special they did, and she had like the goat leg,
the Holliday.
Yeah, and she had like the goat legs with like the feet, you know what I mean, like the heels that look like the goat feet and stuff. I feel like that there were parts that she could have taken to add more of that into it, but I do, like I said, feel like that she opted for other things like a sheer harem panty, you know what I mean, so she can show her butt off, you know what I mean, where I feel like there were certain things that she pushed to the side to air for it being a little bit more sexy than it being like a look. And so I give it a 70.
I gave it a 79.
65.
81.
Captivating chaos.
Just like her face, a horse. Indeed.
I have to. It's one of those things where the scale and the detail of the outfit is really, for me, what's pushing the entire thing. Not saying it's a bad outfit or anything like that, but I mean, if you took that outfit off and put it on any other drag queen, I would still say the outfit was amazing. So it's not specifically that she's wearing it. It's just a really amazing outfit. But she's doing okay wearing it, though. I do kind of wish for some reason that it didn't look like it was a backpack on her. I know it would look probably really weird, but for some reason, I kind of wish the wheels touched the ground. Or she was a little bit lower to the ground or something. That way it didn't look like it was this floating carriage on her back. Like it was actually like attached to her and like she was the horse kind of a thing. I don't know. But that's me being nitpicky. It's not horrible.
But is it horseable? You're welcome. Okay, so it doesn't seem like everybody is crazy about this, but I am. I'm very much crazy about this. Like,
we can tell.
She came out and I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then she turned to the side and you saw the carriage and we're like, oh my God. I was living for this. Like, once again, one of my favorite things I've seen all season. And I just loved all the jewels with it too. It's another thing. It looked expensive. I'm not going to pull up the thing again, but I was living for this.
No, I was also living for this because I was like, okay, horse, and then just turned that way. I was just like, wait a damn minute. She's literally a horse-drawn carriage here. Like, how? Like, I could not think of this. She can just like think of this, and I wouldn't have thought of this. Like, what I probably would have done was just like probably a bejeweled horse suit and that called out wildlife, but that would not fly. But like, this is innovative in a way where I couldn't think of like I kind of do agree. Like, yes, the carriage is like backpacky, but what else were you gonna do? Like, have it where it's like an actual carriage where like she's dragging like across the runway.
Honestly, what I would have done is I would have done the entire look, and I would have came out very like Cinderella stepsister-esque, like very big bouffant wig, like very big bustle booty, and then I would have took the wig off and had the horse head off under it, and then took the bustle off and had the carriage on behind me. That's what I would have did.
The moment she said that this was inspired by a character or a look that Mama Pow made, I knew she was winning the season.
They'll do that, though. They will do that.
Twice in a row.
They're like, hey, 9 times out of 10, if I make it here, I gotta, throw some brownie points to the host. So let me go ahead and.
The winner of the first damn season's name is fucking from Pow. Like.
Yeah. The girls do it. It's smart. But it does get a little annoying when they do it because you're like, damn it, I know why you're doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Like every other season of a US Drag Race season when some girl comes out in some fringe Bob Mackie dress and goes, this is RuPaul inspired 90s RuPaul, supermodel RuPaul.
Oh, and then the moment you bring anything Diana Ross. Like if you're preparing for Drag Race, bring a Diana Ross dress. It doesn't matter what category you do it for. Ru is gonna love it.
It's very much a brownie point take. It's one of those where it's like you're gonna get some bonus points for that, which, like I said, is smart for a competition. Like, yeah, every little point counts. But like, it is apparent now when it happens. We're like, I know you did that.
I think the real secret is having an adjective to start your name.
I was gonna say that too.
Tiny's winning All Stars.
No, it has to be in that traditional Filipino style where it's adjective, name, drag race word.
Yeah.
There's a drag artist in Manila that was in the Manila Drag Excellence video that has not been on Drag Race yet, and I cannot remember her name right now, but she has that same pattern where it's adjective, regular name, and I'm like, if she's on season 3, she's winning.
Her name's gonna be the unsinkable something.
Molly Brown. Scores.
The unsinkable Molly Boosh.
Boosh.
All right, KatKat. This is the tea, so we're giving the tea, right?
Yep.
This is the cup, so we're giving the tea. Actually, Mom said that we're called the tea.
Yeah, Mom renamed us. You must remember.
We just have to get the LLC paperwork in. KatKat, I'll give the outfit an 85.
Well, my cup is full.
So this is your full.
It's one of my fools.
Full of what?
Okay.
Full of what? What's it full of, David?
I mean, water, I guess. That's what I usually drink.
This is a 94.
Loki?
Well, we gotta be real here. It's gonna be a fucking 90. I'm mad about it, but... Next category. My precious Paul and Nicole Stone's Fantasy. The way Pow said it too. Also, while we're here, I need to talk about the fact, Mama Pow, I don't know if you're doing your makeup. You're probably not. Whoever's doing your makeup needs to learn to not do whatever this lip is. Because whatever this lip is that has been in the last like 3 or 4 episodes, stop. Cease all activities immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not wear this lip shade. Do not overdry your lips in this way. You look like the Joker.
Ooh. For some reason, whoever is doing her lips, it's like they're drawing her lips like her lips don't come to a point at the corners. It's like her lips are naturally just all the way round, and they're like, well, we need to make some definition on the side. So they make these points on the side of her lips that she doesn't need to have that makes her very Joker. Like I said, like that was what I thought when it was like her lips on what was the first episode. I was like, oh God, who did that? Like, don't do that anymore. That's kind of gave me kind of nightmares. I was like, oh Jesus.
Also, I looked up the name of the other drag artist from the Manila Drag Excellence video that has not been on. Season 3, I'm rooting for Electrifying Amanda.
I love that, actually. I actually love that.
Because of everyone that was in the Manila Drag Icons video, everyone's been on Drag Race now except for Electrifying Amanda and a drag king named Alpha Venti. Which I'm kind of living for that. But
I'm screaming over the fact
Electrifying Amanda for season 3. I'm starting the campaign now. Anyway, my precious stones.
I'm screaming over the fact that they sat over there and gave that girl an adjective in the most regular name.
Yep.
Electrifying Amanda.
Well, to be fair, captivating, KatKat, precious, Paula.
Yeah.
That's my aunt's name. Why are you naming yourself after my aunt?
Precious Paula. I loved Bernie's look. My favorite part were the wings. I loved how encrusted the wings were. I also loved the fact that she did not do ruby, which I thought she did originally. She did garnet, which I was very happy about. I was like, okay, cool. You're not giving us the stock stone that we're used to. You're giving us something with a little dimension, a little bit more of a bloodstone kind of a color, which is very much evident because KatKat did ruby, and you can tell there's a difference in tone between KatKat's look and Bernie's look. But I prefer Bernie's look. Especially it going with the gold and just those really deep reds. Like, it really makes me wonder how many stones are on those wings. Because it looks insane.
Tens of thousands, I can guarantee.
And, like, the wings themselves probably are made... I don't think the wings themselves were made out of a ridiculously durable material, because there was at one point when she had them up towards the end where it kind of flopped down a little bit when she extended them. So, honestly, it might be kind of a cardboard or something, but, like, that would be the testament of how many stones are on that outfit. And it's like, it's making cardboard bend. It's that heavy. Like, it's... Like, that's one thing that I've loved the entirety of this whole season with Bernie's package is Bernie's package has always been these strong concepts and silhouettes with just, like, everything is just encrusted over everything that she does. If it's something beaded, it's encrusted in beads. If it's something with ribbons, it's 50 million ribbons. You know what I mean? Like, it's like she always goes that extra mile when it comes to showing off, like, for her, more is more when it comes to her drag. And I feel like that it almost makes up for her height for me. Like, I feel like that she's one of those girls where she's like, oh, I'm finna give you the extraness of extraness because I'm, like, super tiny. And I feel like that it just, like, I live for it. It's so sickening to me. Love you, Mom.
Yeah. I just have to pull this back up again. This is expensive. I think this is my favorite look she had the whole season. Like, I was so taken back by this. It's so beautiful. Like, you can't even begin to count the number of stones in this. But like Eve said, my favorite part were the wings, because I don't think I've ever seen wings done this well on Drag Race. They had so much dexterity to them. You could move them any way you want. And we're used to seeing wings that do like an up and down and that's it. But she could move those any which way, and she was performing the heck out of them. I was like, oh my gosh, Birdie, this is so good. I am so glad that we got to see this in the finale. She's peaking at the right time with the looks. Oh, so good. So good. I can take off the expensive.
From one banner to another.
Yeah, leave it up.
What needed?
Like, what the I cannot, like, just mind blown. Like, if again, I'm so speechless. I can't say anything right now. Like, so freaking good. So freaking good.
How the fuck does she not win? That's all I have to say. I know.
They picked one of the freaking they picked one of the hardest freaking RuPaul songs to do.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
That's basically why. That's basically why.
We'll talk about it.
RuPaul asked me decided to be a rapper, and they're like, "Okay, y'all gotta rap these songs." I'm like, "Girl, Jesus."
Scores.
Bernie. Duh.
Bernie, my cup is very full.
Yay.
Candela.
So now where does that fall in the...
So according to Kev, Candela is apparently the highest of this.
No.
It's Kev's highest.
Or Mugder's highest, or whatever.
That bitch doesn't make the rules here.
I don't remember. Like that's what we talked about in the Instagram live we did last week.
Where is my that right there. That right there. Boom. Done. We'll come back to you, Mama. Oh, Arizona Brandy. Hey, Eve.
Hey.
You have those chopsticks by chance?
I don't.
Okay, you go ahead. I'm gonna go grab some.
Arizona baby. This is just a bodysuit, girl. Now, I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's never enough. That's
Never enough.
Never. For me. I love the mindset that you had of being like, oh, amber. Okay, we'll do amber. It's the color of liquor. It'll work for me. Da 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 da. It was one of those things where it needed more pieces. It needed a lot more pieces. To be honest, if it would have been that bodysuit, I mean, the print of that corset or that bodysuit, but done as a gown or something like that with the headpiece, I feel like that would have been sickening. Like I said with the first look before, I just feel like it was one of those things where you needed more for this, especially given the fact of what everybody else is doing. That's also another thing is they're giving, I mean, other than Jade, but they're giving like, well, Jade does one look, what she does, but everyone else is giving more for these finale looks. So it's really making you look like you come up short. Because that was the first thing I thought when she came out. I was like, wait, all she has on is a bodysuit and boots? I was like, that's it? Like, no coat over it, no train, no boa, no, you know what I mean? No prop other than like the little fascinator. Yeah, it needed a lot more, honestly. It wasn't a bad concept. It was just barely done of a concept. It needed to be executed a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. The concept was pretty good. I do like the alcohol just pouring and she's trying to match it with her hair. It's not a perfect match, but it feels like everything else was such an afterthought. This looks like something that you would wear in like a dance challenge or a music video. It's not really, I'm not even getting much of the category from this. Like, especially like after we just saw Bernie with 1 million jewels on. This is just so simple. And I know she's had some insecurities about that. She's talked about that in Untucked, seeing what other people are wearing and just knowing she's not on the same level. My least favorite part is actually the tights. I did not like those at all. But that's it.
Only thing I like about this is the headpiece. That's it. Logan, go ahead. Hear me. Wait, I can't hear the chopsticks.
It's okay.
I forgot to unmute myself.
You could have left her muted, Brandon.
No! Scores.
I love you, my Aries sister. And I'm so glad that I drafted you. And I was very proud of you this entire competition. And at the end of this competition, what I realized is you may not be the fashion girl, but you have the personality and you have the drive and you more than determined, like more than were worthy of having this top 4 spot. Not to mention, girl, low key, you were the lip sync assassin of the season. Like, let's be real. I mean, coming up, going all the way to the finals, the way she was she was the lip sync assassin of the
Oh
season.
yeah, I 100% agree.
I'd have to.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I have to give her that. So I would give you an 80.
I keep thinking you're gonna give much lower scores than you are, and now I feel like a jerk. I gave her a 53.
Oh, don't worry, David.
Okay, I gave it a 53.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ditto. Like the one I caught today in Pokemon Sleep.
You caught a Pomara 5th?
No, I caught a Ditto.
Wait, you actually think that?
I don't know Pokemon.
M1ss Jade So.
David, you're adorable. Biggest issue I had with M1ss Jade's look was this. I wanted more Jade. That's really honestly what it came down to. I was assuming with the category being precious metals with Jade, I was like, it'd be sickening if Jade came out in Jade. But then when Jade came out and I saw mostly an entirely white outfit, I was like, wait, what is the stone? Is she wearing Jade? And then she was moving her hands around and stuff. I didn't see any stones on the outfit whatsoever. And then when she finally moved it around, I saw this little bitty cluster of green stones right here by her boobs. That's the only stones on the dress whatsoever. There's just, I think, maybe a little bit of jade stones like right in the middle of the headpiece. Other than that, there's no jade stones on the headpiece whatsoever. And then there's some jade stones on the parts of the staff. But other than that, it's mostly all white, even down to like the shoes. And it's one of those where I'm just kind of like, this is one of those instances where I feel like that you possibly circumvented one thing for the other. I feel like that maybe you were trying to be a little bit more sexy and kind of fell out of the category in this retrospect, because I feel like that you could have even done this entire thing and the outfit have been in the color jade green, and that would have came off better than this. But it's very much like with everyone else, well, maybe not so much Arizona, but with KatKat and with Brandy, I could look at them and you not tell me what the category is, and I go, okay, it's got to be something with stones or rhinestones or jewels or something. I wouldn't have got that from this at all. I would have been like, okay, what's the category? Is she like a Sailor Moon character? Like, I don't know. It was very missed for me. Because, like, if she would have done a Sailor Moon character that was in all jade green or something, that would have been sickening. Like, if she would have came out in an all jade green Sailor Moon outfit, what? Like, with the hair, like, missed opportunity so bad. Like, yeah, it was cute. It just didn't give me enough jade. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I didn't get much jade from this at all, but I still really like the look, especially the headpiece. I think the headpiece is so cool. But she looks great. Like there's not much to complain about here. But my favorite part, and this episode, like I've loved Jade so much all season, but she's a top tier like personality favorite for me after this episode. And when she goes back to the back of the thing and she's got her little staff and she just starts playing around with the dripping jewels in the back, and all the judges are like, no, don't mess with that, don't mess with that. I was dying. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. We will talk about how obsessed I am with Jade and how she handles this personality, this this finale later on with her personality, like, oh my god,
she is the one of one.
She's the best like net case ever. Like, I need her. I need her in my life.
Oh,
I
David.
love her.
Oh.
David said he needs the power top Nebraska.
Yeah,
sounds like it.
So if we're talking like whole category, of course, I think most of the jewels is on that staff and that headpiece. But again, outfit is stunning. But yeah, I wish we had more. Like again, Jade So with Jade. And also, yeah, the shoes.
The shoes.
I mean, I love that
She
it's
loves
clear.
she loves a pleaser stripper heel. She loves a clear
I
bottom.
love that
pleaser
it's
stripper
clear.
heel.
That's pretty much it. But it's still stunning regardless.
Yeah, she looks Gorgina here. Like she has all season. I agree about the white. Honestly, if it had been a jade green fabric with white accents, that's all I would have needed. So I would sell the fantasy even more for this category. As a look independently, Gorgina, stunning. One of the best things I've seen on this season. For this category, I am going to knock points a little bit just because I wish there was more jade. For M1ss Jade So.
She's all the jade we need.
I'm aware. She is the jade.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Whatever. Score it. Never mind.
We're not doing that. We're not gonna be
Maybe
like, oh, her name is the stone.
Maybe.
So she didn't get no. We ain't doing it. M1ss Jade, I'm gonna give you a 85.
M1ss Jade Stone, I give her an 85 as well.
Okay, 90.
I am a Suso till I die, and I will be giving her a 90.
Heard.
Captivating KatKat.
Captivating KatKat. This is kind of plain. That's me being honest. And that's not me being shady towards her or anything, but for me, it was a little plain. It was a rhinestone bodysuit. I kind of wish it had more to it. I like the back, like little tool parts that she's got and stuff, but it seems like everything is all above her waist, and she has nothing below her waist except her shoes. So I kind of wish that there was something that kind of pulled all of that together. Maybe if there was like a little chap, you know what I mean, or something, or like if they weren't heels like that and they were boots, you know, or something like that, where it kind of cuts that gap between just like where the bodysuit stops and her shoes start. It's just a lot of leg. Also, as well too, wasn't the craziest about. I like the fact that she had like kind of queen on her chest, but also at the same time I kind of didn't, because it kind of looked a little like DIY-y, like you individually made the word queen with those stones, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like that I would have liked it if it was like, you know how some looks or like some looks they'll use like letter templates or something like that, so the words look like they're a certain font, or they look a little bit more bolder or something like that. This just looks like you individually just took one string of glue and made a circle and then put one stone on each little circle. There's my cue, you know what I mean? As opposed to it being like queen, like it almost looking like just like a sign, like queen. It looks like a 5-year-old kind of just glued the word queen on the front of your bodysuit. So that kind of took me a little bit out of it. But I liked the hair. I like the fact that she did go with ruby. She said she went with like ruby and diamonds, which was smart. She was the only person that did more than one stone, and it kind of helped give her look a little bit more character to it, as opposed to it just looking like red stones on a red bodysuit. But I do wish that there was just a little bit more. I wish there was a hair more elevation with this costume, because I would say this one for me is the weaker of the 3 of her looks that she did. I would say that the other 2, she really went over beyond with those. So,
yeah, I definitely agree. This was pretty easily my least favorite of her looks. But with that said, I still do really like it. I think I like it more than Eve did. I mean, I got jewels from it, which was great because couple other people in this category didn't really give me jewels. But I also really like the silhouette. I mean, this is similar to what we got from her promo look. That kind of flower silhouette, like giving me all the vagina I ever need in my life.
Oh.
And that's all I need in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought she looked very pretty.
I wasn't expecting those words to come out of your mouth today, David. But okay, word, David. Brandon.
Me neither. No, yeah. Again, there are stones on here, a lot more than jades, but I do agree it is a little bit plain as well. Now here's the thing, like, again, it's still giving the category, which I can acknowledge. Like, I love where this headpiece, what she's doing here, because like, the dripping like within the hair is what gives it to me for me. Like that's just me, because like that's just how I can see that. But I do love how this is it like a cape? I can't tell.
I think it's literally just pieces of fabric stuck on the side of her outfit, honestly.
But it's still giving like how she's presenting that back piece though. So
yeah.
Does she look good? Yes. Does it fit the category? Yes. Am I going to remember this 3 months from now? Absolutely not. Scores.
Yeah, I feel like that's the other part about it too. Is like it's not memorable. It's the assignment.
Yeah,
and that's not bad, but it's just the assignment. So yeah, I would give it an 85 because it's not bad. It is the assignment, but it's not wowing me.
I gave it an 89.
Also 85.
I'm gonna give it an 83. Her shape in this too, I have to say, her shape in this is impeccable. But yeah,
she's bodied.
Okay. Final category is your best drag Eleganza.
Your best drag.
Mother. It's mother time.
Once again, the newest warrior on Filipino American Gladiators, Brandy.
Wouldn't it just be Filipina Gladiators then?
No. Brandy.
Okay.
Yeah. I love it. It's sickening. It is giving me Filipina like armored warrior. It's giving me like if the Philippines had their own version of the TV show Legends of the Hidden Temple, and she was
yes,
and she was one of the temple guards. Like, very much that. Yeah, very much that. I loved it. It, like I said, it still gave that silhouette of that kind of tunic top, two-piece bottom situation that she's had before. But I love the back pieces that she has with this, and the crown that she has with it. I also love same thing that OV did, and that's what made me mad, because I thought that was foreshadowing when she went to the back and she took her little crown off. I was like, she's getting ready, y'all. She's like, I'm ready for my crown. Just go ahead and put it on my head. And I was all waiting for.
She wore a crown to the finale party.
Baby, she was like, I won this. I know I won this. And then RuPaul's production put that Usher meme up and said, watch this. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was sickening. Also, as well, I don't know if this is the first time that we saw her or not, but she had like these black and red braids with this look. It was nasty. I lived for it a lot. I was like, you're that girl. It's not the diamonds. It's not the pearls. She's that girl.
Yeah, for me, if I average it out, all three scores from each look, from each person, Bernie's definitely the top of the night for me. Like, she killed it all three times. And I love that she once again brought out like her signature type of style here. Like, honestly, I said this before on the last podcast I was on. Branding for Bernie, you're a warrior, girl. remember that if you ever have to do a branding challenge again, lean into the warrior of it all, because that's what you're giving on the runway, and that's what you're giving from your essence too. So I absolutely love this.
Warrior, goddess, Mugther. That is it.
She walked out in this and walked down the runway. I cried. It's so beautiful. Like, that's... Scores.
I gave her a 98.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? I'm going to bully you into giving her 2 more points.
Okay. Here's
So
2
what is
more
your score
points.
now?
My cup is full.
Thank you. Brandon?
Mugther.
I'm sorry, David.
It's okay. It was close enough from rounding up.
This is the highest score I've ever given on anything else. I don't know what to say about it, but the highest one. That's all.
Mugther.
Were you here, Eve, when I bullied David into giving?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I agree.
Thank you.
Sometimes bullying works.
Arizona Brandy. Now, this is the Filipiniana I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. This, honestly, I was not mad at. I was not mad at this at all. This, I loved a lot because Arizona has these looks. Like, I feel like that her promo look was like that, where she has these looks that give this high glamour aesthetic. And she doesn't pull them out all the time. I feel like that sometimes when she tries to go for campier stuff, it ends up airing more on the cheap side sometimes. This looks expensive. This looks expensive as hell.
Expensive.
Very expensive.
Really expensive.
I loved all the feathers on the bottom. I loved all the gold and stoning detail that was all on the back. My favorite part, of course, as well, was her with the with the absolute unimpressed deadpan, like look, she'll just walk and go. I was like, I love it. I was like, I love it so much. It's like disinterested and pissed at the same time, but you don't even have enough energy to be pissed. So you're just kind of like.
The way Jiggly and Karen were just dying laughing over her presentation the whole time. It's like, I love it.
Is it giving also like this?
A little.
It's like she has a cat or a pet that is randomly getting into stuff all the time before she can stop them. And so she just walks up and sees the mess and just goes, okay.
I'm getting more. Did I turn off the oven?
Yeah, it is what it is. And also too that like you're like randomly in thought by yourself. Like,
oh God, I love it.
Is it supposedly or supposedly?
Supposedly.
Is it affected or affected?
Look, it's like, was I silent or was I being silenced?
Is it library or library? Is it two, or two?
Or there, and there.
There. Tomato or tomato? Okay, David, go ahead.
Is this bit going too long or is it not?
Fuck you! Get your thoughts!
I'm kidding.
God,
No,
okay.
yeah, I think this was her best look of the night, pretty easily. I hate to say it, it's still my least favorite of the category, but she looks good. I loved how glittery it was. And it's signature Arizona as well. Like she leaned into her colors she likes. So you got to go with that if it's your final look. So good job.
It's her Brandy.
Oh God! How did we not do that all season? Never
Brandy.
once did we say Brandy.
Was that the first one to say that?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
You all should be ashamed of yourselves.
I know.
But she did what needed to be done. But come on.
This is my favorite thing she wore on the season.
Mm-hmm.
And in that same breath, I'm going to say that I completely agree with you, David. This was my least favorite of the four for this, but it's still a gorgeous outfit. And I think she looks incredible. This is signature Arizona Brandy, and I love it. So, scores.
I'm giving Miss Arizona 99.
I'll give her an 80.
Full.
M1ss Jade So.
Jade basically said, I don't care how finales are supposed to go. I don't care how regular episodes are supposed to go. This is my finale.
Yeah.
You will now be privy to my doll shenanigans. You are under the influence of my doll domination. And you all will, I will use my dollification on all of you.
Subject to my dollification.
Basically. Because this girl said, I'm going to come out onto the runway and scream randomly whenever I want to. I'm just going to talk to judges. I'm gonna give them lighting cues. She said, you all are here for me now. I don't care about this crown anymore. It's the M1ss Jade So show. And I kind of was here.
I don't know if you were getting this, David. I was getting very M1ss staging with all of this.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, it feels like a presentation we would get on M1ss Draga.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even this picture of her, I was like, girl.
I know, that's why I pulled this one, because it's the first time she screamed.
I was like, what is happening?
Can we use this as a screen grab?
I'll put it in. Sure.
I will say two things. One, I did hate the fact that because of the angle of how they kept shooting her, you kept seeing underneath her dress, which was a little bit annoying. But also at the same time, I will say I think that this is the first and only corset style top that I've seen M1ss Jade So wear all season where her tits haven't fell out of them. So I was very surprised. I was like, dang it, actually, you don't even have boobs in this. Like, huh. So you can hide them. Okay, cool. Good to know. Because usually she'd be busting out of her stuff. But this was, I will say, I loved how lightweight the dress was. So it always rocked whenever she walked. I loved that aspect of it. I thought that aspect of it was so like princessy and so like Disney kind of almost. How like princesses and stuff would walk through rooms and their gown would like flow behind them and stuff like that. Like it was just really like, it was very cute and very dainty. But like my favorite part was her being at the end like, kill the lights.
Not to kill the lights.
That part was everything. I said, yes, you better tell them. And blackout. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll say the top half I like, but it's a little simple. The bottom half I'm obsessed with. I cannot think of a silhouette that I've seen quite like this in any season of Drag Race. Like I just love how extreme the bottom half is. But yeah, her delivery was everything. I love the lights part, but the thing that got me was her voiceover where she's talking about the look. She's like, no, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna sing about my look. And she's just singing the whole time. And I'm just dying. Like, she's so unhinged. Oh my gosh, I love you. I love you, Jade.
She took 2 edibles before the show.
Minimum.
Probably. Okay, so besides Alaska and Isis Couture, is she also one of the other queens that would like say something audible on stage during the runway?
A lot of people have now.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them have now.
A lot of them have.
Again, because like I can only think of Alaska and Isis Couture. That's it. But it's just great.
Jade on like 3 different occasions this season.
No, literally, I was just like, wow. Like
I'm pretty sure Arizona had on several occasions, but.
But yeah. A lot more of the times on US and UK seasons, I think when they did it was when Rue would always shout out, "How's your head?"
Yeah,
like almost all the girls would respond to that.
But yeah, the volume of this dress skirt situation, like
nasty.
Come on, like come on.
The doll domination, the doll shenanigans, and the dollification. of Drag Race Philippines Season 2 is complete. Scores.
I gave this an 88.
96.
Oh, it's still full for me.
I give it a 95.
Woo. Captivating KatKat.
Captivating KatKat. Looking like a big old silver sand dollar. Scale of this and effect 100%. Is it another back piece outfit that she's done a little lift up situation for it? Maybe the third, if not fourth, she's done this season. Yes. So the effect of it, regardless of how big she made it for me, is a little bit less than normal because I've seen her pull up about 3 of these things before. But overall, I'd say that the look is very clean and strong and put together, and it's a finale worthy look.
Yeah, I think this is so draggy in the best kind of way. Like I loved it before the back piece went up, and then I loved it even more when it did go up. Like I liked that it was kind of a callback to her her Pride look that she had a few
Her
episodes.
rainbow,
yeah. But yeah, it was just like the next evolution for me. Absolutely one of my favorites of the season. This was incredible.
No, I thought this outfit was just without this back piece, but then just adding it was just, oh, okay. Work.
The bitch looks good. The bitch looks good. That's all. Scores.
Eve, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can. I'll give her an 85.
Okay. She's getting another full cup for me.
Okay. 98.
Full. I have to. It's worthy. So, we made it through the looks, everyone. We did that. And there's really not much else to talk about. So,
Honestly, yeah.
we get the announcement of our Miss Congeniality.
Yes.
Voted on. And we got to see Lady Morgana, my favorite. Lady Morgana.
Was beat.
Oh, the bitch looked good.
She didn't have that little wig on this time.
I know.
Both of the season 1 girls were actually painted down. Her and Precious.
Precious looked good too.
I was like,
yeah, we can talk about that now. Precious looked great.
I was like, I can see a makeup glow up from season 1. Y'all are
Absolutely.
it up now.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we find out that we have Hana Beshie with Miss Congeniality.
Yes.
She was my prediction. Did you all predict?
Yes.
I also thought Hannah.
It's one of those kind of things I always do during a season when I go through and I think, okay, who's going to be Miss Congeniality? And I always think, okay, well, who didn't make a whole bunch of waves? Who wasn't ridiculously shady during the comments all the time? Who is it that everybody seems like they just really love? And so I felt like that if it wouldn't have been Jade, it would have been Hannah. I could have saw either two. I could have saw Jade.
Deserved.
I forgot about
I could have saw Hannah, Jade, or Matilduh as Miss.
I thought it was gonna be Matilduh.
I thought it could have been Tiny.
Oh, Tiny too, yeah.
I could have saw that too. I could have saw Tiny.
I don't think she was on the season long enough.
Right.
Honestly,
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Because they did this all while they were all still in like sequester. So it was gonna be someone who was, a little bit who was on the show a little bit longer. But all right. We have our lip sync, we have our wheel, they come out, they do things, and the wheel is spun twice, and we find out that our first lip sync is KatKat versus Bernie, round two, the remix.
I call shade. I call riggery and shenanigans.
Really?
You want to know why? Because
Why?
I went back and I watched when they spun that wheel. And when that wheel landed on Bernie, they were zoomed all the way in on that wheel. You couldn't see any of the edges of the wheel. I feel like my pal could have been holding her finger by the side of it. or something. It looks weird sometimes when the wheel be spinning and it seems like it abruptly stops. I'm like, wait a minute. Now what caught that? Because we didn't get the chance to see anything. And I'm like, it would end up being those two, because I feel like every single person was like, we want it to be KatKat versus one person and Brandy versus one person.
Exactly.
We don't want them to be against each other again. And for that to happen, I was like, I feel like y'all did this on purpose, because y'all was like, yeah, only one of them can make it.
Yeah, I thought they would have wanted them to be the top two.
No, literally, this was my
Me
top
too.
two. This was
It
my
would
top
make
two.
It would have made so much sense in the scope of the competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was bummed. And full disclosure, like at the very beginning of the season, I had heard, I wasn't sure if it was true, but I had heard KatKat made the top two. So when I saw this was the first pairing, my heart already broke because I needed Bernie in the top two. And I was like, no, please. Oh, I was so disappointed.
And so they pick their box. They pick Just What They Want by RuPaul.
They said, we're giving you 2023 RuPaul, where she's rapping now. She's a rapper. She's the Doja Cat of drag right now. So y'all need to come with the bars. Both of y'all.
I was gonna say these. I thought both RuPaul song choices were actually really good RuPaul song choices.
Yeah, they were. But they aren't easy songs at all.
No. And here's what I'm gonna say. Obviously, I wanted Bernie to win this lip sync, and obviously, I wanted Bernie to win this season. I watched the lip sync 3 times because I needed to make sure that the statements I was going to say here were valid and were backed up by evidence of things I saw. And what I'm going to say is KatKat did a fantastic job in this lip sync. She did what she needed to do in this lip sync. I think Bernie also did a great job in this lip sync. The difficulty is Bernie was a little sloppy. You saw that blonde wig under everything for the entire time she had it on. And I just wish she would have ripped the wig off and done the reveal earlier.
Yeah. Not to mention, I feel that when it came to like I said, with that song, it's not an easy song. It's a very wordy song lyrically. And so it's one of those two where it can be a very easy, it's like Call Me Mother. It can be real easy for you to get tongue-tied doing that song. And I felt like that I kept seeing that happen a couple times, where Bernie was trying to lip sync certain parts and was getting caught up a little bit. But KatKat nailed every single syllable. Clearly. Like, you could clearly tell she was lip syncing every single word. And I was just like, dang. The minute I saw her doing it, I was like, yeah, it's not looking good for her at all. Like,
she grabbed the fucking mop from backstage.
Girl,
honestly,
no, I died. I died during that. I was just like, oh my god, KatKat.
When she came back out with the mop, I said, "Oh, Bernie, it's over." I was like, "It's over, Bernie. You better shoot a Roman candle out of your ass, because that's all you can do right now for you to any hope to win. You need to turn into a literal firework and explode or something. Because no, girl, she just wore you out. She just wore you out that quick with a Swiffer mop. Damn."
Yeah, what I liked before they even started the lip sync was we kind of heard from both of them that they were disappointed they were going against each other in the first round, and they each saw each other as the main competition, but they still wanted to be in the end together, which I found very admirable. But as far as the lip sync went, I was living for it. I thought it was a very good lip sync from both of them. Now, I do think KatKat ate in a way that I wasn't expecting, and I was a little disappointed. I was like, come on, hold it back a little bit. But man, she was killing it. And Bernie, I thought Bernie was doing very well. But yeah, the thing with the wig was distracting me a little bit. It was not her best moment, but I was still rooting for her. I really needed her to win this lip sync. So it was crushing, because I was like, I don't think that there's a way they could justify moving Bernie on after this lip sync.
Yeah. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth because I was just like, that's exactly how I felt, because I was just like, KatKat like delivered, and I really was rooting for Bernie, and then like just like everyone said, the wig, and then Bernie was sloppy, but
Yeah.
I digress.
I'm gonna say it now. Probably for me, the most emotional exit I've seen on Drag Race. This was heartbreaking, and you could tell everybody in the room was so sad to see Bernie.
And still,
go.
she was just the most positive ray of light, beautiful human that I've ever seen. Like, oh God. I want it to be known as well. Lana and Kev could not be here with us today, but they both send their love for Bernie as well, obviously.
Future All-Star winner.
Philippines All-Star winner. I don't know what her English proficiency
Right,
is.
that's what I'm talking about.
And
Philippine
with
All-Star
what
winner.
with what we see, but I want it to be Matilduh. That's the problem. But Mother, because we know you're probably watching. We love you so much. Easily one of my favorite people that's ever been on Drag Race, period, across the entire world. Period.
Yeah.
End of story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Out of top 5 Drag Race contestants out of any franchise, Bernie's in my
there.
top 5.
Yeah, she's up there for me.
Yeah. Very happy she is too. I'm so glad to have gotten to know, got to see more about her and learn more about her and just fall in love with her so much more.
Yeah. So, well, we must move on because the show did. So, lip sync number 2, M1ss Jade So versus Miss Arizona Brandy, lip syncing to one of my favorite RuPaul songs. Who is she?
Who is she?
Baby.
Who is she?
If there was any doubt before, it was all brought to a halt now. Arizona Brandy was the lip sync assassin of Philippines season 2. Because the way she murdered Jade in cold blood on that stage was impressive. Because I've seen Jade perform before, and Jade can actually perform.
Yeah.
Arizona was like, I'm pulling out every single stop that you ever thought in your life that you could pull out, and 3 of them that you haven't thought of. And I was like, this girl pulled her contacts out of her eyes.
And ate them. What?
I was like floored when that happened. Like, what the hell?
When that happened, I was like, Jade, there is nothing you can do. You might as well just stand there. At that point, I was like, there is nothing.
She kind of did.
She kind of did.
At all. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And like at first, I thought she wasn't going to do it. But then I actually saw them physically in her hands. I was like, this girl actually took her contact, stuck gloved fingers in her eyeballs in the middle of a lip sync and pulled out her contacts.
And then she probably couldn't see for the rest of the lip sync. And what I will say, I don't think Jade did a bad job at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought Jade did good. I liked the little reveal that she had, the little wing backpack that she had. I thought it was all cute and lovely and wonderful. Unfortunately, she was pitted against Arizona Brandy.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. And then when I think of Arizona's past lip syncs, she's cleared with the. It's not been one of those things where it's like, you know how it is with 2 girls in the bottom, and you can be like, okay, one girl sent the other girl home, or it's no, one girl survived and one girl didn't. Arizona's never survived any of her lip syncs. She sent girls home. Period.
Yeah.
It's not been like she's the best of the 2 losers. Like, no. She sent the girls home. So like, even with what was it? Ovi,
Hana, and Arizona, she sent both of them home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, easily. Yeah. And it was effortlessly when she did it too. That's why I was like, that's why I told Lana this. I told her, I said she wanted Jade to win. She wanted Jade to make top 2. I said the only downside is it is a lip sync for the crown. And if Jade ends up against Arizona, I don't see Jade making it out. And Arizona did not give her the leeway at all for her to even make it out. Although I will say too, Jade had a secondary reveal that ended up kind of coming off a little bit messy too. So that didn't help her.
Yeah, they cut away from that even.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to spare us the sloppiness of it.
Yeah.
But for me, like this lip sync wasn't like I think this was when I messaged in our group chat. I'm like, this finale is so good because I was just blown away by so many moments watching this finale.
That makes
And
sense now.
yeah, this lip sync is when I saw Arizona, I cannot think of a drag queen who commits more to her lip sync. She will do anything. And I would love to see her live because I could just see the whole
Ooh, I
crowd
would show
just
her
like
so much
losing their minds, Even from the very get go, when she pulled off the wig and all that glitter flew everywhere, like I literally got chills watching that. But she just stomped the floor. And I do want to give Jade her flowers. Like she looked great. Like her body was incredible. I think she might have been a little defeated. I think she just kind of saw the writing on the wall, but I still really liked what I saw from her, even though it was a bit more subdued. But yeah, this was nuts. There's so many memorable moments from this finale that I'm never going to forget.
Including, but not limited to, the self-elimination of M1ss Jade So.
I just love how you have self.
I had to because Mama Pow is giving her exit speech, and in the middle of it, Jade goes,
she's not eliminated. You can't manifest that.
well, I was about to bring that up.
Oh,
But
so
anyway.
You just manifested.
I manifested you being a bitch. No, I'm kidding.
The bitch. Thank
Correct.
you. Right.
Correct.
The resident bitch. There you go. That's your title.
Yes.
But she asks Mama Pow in the middle, wait, did I get eliminated? I'm not manifesting that. I'm not manifesting that.
Mhm.
And then Mama Pow sends her home and she goes, it manifested. And then she walks to the back of the stage and goes, Mama Pow, you didn't just eliminated me. I eliminated myself because I am you. You are me. And we are one.
Told y'all, Jade had 2 edibles before the show.
Minimum.
And then she walked through the back curtain.
She's like, I'm going this way.
Into the void. She walked into the void.
She said, I'm already eliminated. Shit, I can do whatever I want to. Bye. I'm walking through this curtain. Just like, and I know they're all back there laughing but scared. Like, girl, don't break nothing. We don't know if we're back for a season 3 yet. Girl, half the
Producers are like, what the fuck you doing? I had to pull this really quick because it's just so funny. These are the actual literal reactions of the judging panel.
Yeah.
When Jade says, I eliminated myself.
Tag yourself.
Karen-
I'm Mama Pow.
Karen is like in love with M1ss Jade.
Khaled Karen is us.
Yeah.
Khaled Karen is like in love with M1ss Jade So.
Yeah.
Just she knows M1ss Jade So is like a Tammy Brown. She's like she is an alien from her own planet. She speaks her own language. And you just gotta kind of get on board. You don't really figure it out ever.
She is the second coming of Miss Vanjie, honestly. And all I want now is a season of Drag Race with M1ss Jade So and Miss Fiercelicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to
Could
see that.
you imagine the level of sabotage and dollification
and
chaos
and delusion? That's all.
Yeah. There she is. I just wanted to say, so if Bernie was the saddest elimination for me ever, this is the funniest for me ever.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was cracking up out loud. My roommate watched it today and I was like, did you hear me laughing by any chance last night? Because that was when Jade So was being eliminated. He's like, I did, and now it makes sense why I heard you laughing. But yeah, Bernie for All Stars win, Jade So for Versus the World win. This is the only reason I'm okay with them not winning this time is because we are going to see them both again.
M1ss Jade So on UK versus the World season 3, where she is in the top 3. It's her, It's Clover Beach. And I don't
Cheddar
know.
Gorgeous.
And Cheddar Gorgeous.
And Cheddar
Oh,
Gorgeous.
I thought we were going for women.
Sorry, Cheddar.
We're
M1ss
going
Jade
for Rob.
So. M1ss Jade So. Clover Beach.
There ain't been that many women.
I know. Fuck. I'm blanking on all the women.
Same.
Women.
Pandora Knox.
Are all in competition.
I was going to say
still.
Pandora, but I want her to win Germany.
I was about to say, I'm like, the other half of them are still in competitions right now.
Literally.
Anyway.
And Victoria Scone when she comes back for a
There we
third
go.
time. There we go.
If she comes back. Yeah, there we go. Anyways.
Now, what y'all were saying about Arizona Brandy being the lip sync assassin this season, I do agree with. However, I think our final two are the lip sync assassins of the season because I'm not going to discredit the lip sync ability of Miss Captivating KatKat. Because we get this final lip sync to, I'm going to butcher this word, I'm so sorry, Kapangyarihan by Idols. Baby.
Idols.
Idols.
That still cracked me up. I
know.
No, yeah,
Baby,
this
this
was
lip
fierce.
sync.
This was fierce.
2 seasons in a row, we get a fucking incredible
There.
final lip sync.
You did it, Eve. Do you miss that, Logan?
I would make like that.
Oh, good.
She did the idol.
That was so sickening. I said, "Oh, here we go. It's about to start." But yeah, the lip sync between both of them where it was a neck and neck. And I
So
also
even.
think too that there is something to be said about being a drag entertainer and knowing your songs back and forth, and not just knowing your songs back and forth, but knowing the pauses in your songs back and forth, different musical background notes that might get hit, different sound effects that are in your note, like all of those little nuancy parts of knowing the song help make your performance more than you just up there lip syncing the words. It makes it a full performance. And I think Arizona and KatKat are two entertainers that are very, very good at that, to the point where they were literally pulling some of the exact same stunts at the exact same time because they knew where their beats were. You know what I mean? They knew, like, when this pause comes, I need to hit something. When this pause comes, I need to do something. So, like, both of them pull out flags at the same time. Both of them end up doing, wig reveals. And then, like, I was like, the only thing that ended up, well, not wig reveals, but outfit reveals. The only thing that really ended up messing up Arizona is she didn't anticipate having one last gag. That's what it was. I really feel like, because I feel like they were so neck and neck the entire time. But that last pullout of KatKat doing that last reveal and having that bodysuit with trans women are women, just, it cinched the whole thing. I was like, dang, Arizona, pull one more thing out. And she didn't. And I was like, that's what it was. She knew. But they were both extremely smart about how they did the song. And Arizona, like at the beginning, that girl was giving me emotion lip syncing down. I was like, that was one thing that really solidified me as thinking that she was like the lip sync assassin of the season. Because I was looking back at her lip syncs, I was like, she's always known her words. She's always had really good inflection and emotion. She's always known every little, niche of what part of the song is what part of the song. I was like, she's a very strong contender. She reminds me a lot of Marina. Marina was good like that lip syncing. Because I still can't get over her in silhouette and the perfect timing of that body. Like, wow, I will never get over that. That was insane.
Wow.
Yeah, that was insane. And I feel like Arizona could easily like achieve something like that, just hitting the right beat and being like, boom. Like with Who Is She, when she did the wig reveal with all the glitter and everything. Perfectly timed.
Yeah, for me, I thought this was like one of the most even lip syncs I've ever seen. It was almost giving like Tatiana and Alyssa, just with how well things like lined up. Like they had to have talked about pulling out those flags at the same time, right? I don't know.
It was just, if they didn't, that just goes to it goes to the credit of how good of entertainers they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was just like, it's just, Because I would feel that they possibly thought about doing something like that and coordinating, but something that very much make me think that they didn't.
Yeah,
And they're
it's
just that
possible.
good.
Yeah.
Yep. But for me, since it was so close, for me, I felt like the winner should be the person who did better overall this season. So that's kind of how I was going based off of the final verdict, I guess.
And that is exactly what happened, David. And Captivating KatKat is our winner of Drag Race Philippines Season 2.
Golf claps.
Is this the outcome I would have wanted? No.
No.
Is this an outcome that I can be fine with because she deserved it based on her performance in this competition? Yes.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
So.
I do, if you all don't have anything else to say, I do want to talk about Untucked because a lot happened. And I can talk about it as quickly as possible. I don't know if I can do it in 60 seconds, but I'll give you.
I was going to say, do you want your timer?
Please give the timer.
You can go over. I don't care.
Okay.
Hold on. I got it. Give me 1 second.
Hopefully this doesn't frazzle me.
Okay, great.
But I'll give you the highlights.
This is your moment! Have it!
So one of the first things we see is all the girls are finally meeting the first two eliminated queens since they hadn't met them before. But we get Nicole. She introduces herself. She's like, I'm Nicole, the face of Cebu Drag. And then everybody's like, oh, Verushka's originally from Cebu. And Verushka is just so condescending about this. She's like, well, I haven't lived there in a while, but there's a lot of drag queens in Cebu. So if you're saying you're the face of Cebu Drag, then I don't know. There's a lot of drag queens. And it was just really shady. But then we get a big pile on in Verushka. First, Jade calls her out. She says, why did you bring up that moment between me and KatKat? I wanted to have that as a private moment between the two of us. Why did you do that? And KatKat also calls her out. And she's like, I heard that you said she should press charges against me. What? I'm going over.
Hold on, I got it.
This is your moment!
Oh, there we go.
Continue to have it.
And Verushka is getting flustered. She's like, I was only doing that as your friend, Jade, because it's happened to me before. I've been touched before. So I was looking out for you. And yes, KatKat, I said she should press charges, but that's because I just was concerned about her. And then KatKat's like, well, it's fine because guess what? We're friends now. We're cool. And they both like make little hand motions at each other. And Ovi's like, and also, when I was crying, how come you decided to take that moment and make it about yourselves? And that's when you started the drama. I heard about that. And Verushka once again is like flustered. And here's where I get annoyed because Miss DeeDee, she goes up to Verushka and she's like, are you going to let OV talk to you like that? You should stand up for yourself. And it shows it shows DeeDee in her confessional saying that she didn't like that from OV coming at Verushka and that OV is trash. So she's obviously saying that, knowing that it's something that triggered OV, but she didn't say it to her face. The other thing that we got was Jade calls out Tiny. She's like, Tiny, I heard that you said my outfits look expensive, but I'm not going to go far. And Tiny's like, well, that's just shade. Like that's just a comment thrown out as shade. Like I didn't mean anything bad by it. And look, you proved me wrong. You're in the finals. And Jade's like, accurate. And then I think the final thing was DeeDee kind of apologizing to Hana once again about the incident between the two of them with her spilling her tea. And Hannah's like, honestly, I forgot about it. It's fine. I forgive you. And DeeDee's like, that's all I wanted to hear is that you forgive me. So that's basically what happened in Untucked.
And that's been David's many minutes. No.
Oops, sorry.
And as we announced last week in our episode review, Lana won the draft.
Yay.
That's all. We're done here. So
would I have even made it out of last place?
No, baby, you're dead last. Actually, no. Actually,
Wait.
no. That's a lie. No,
I'm
hold on.
like, how does this make sense? My person.
No.
Yeah, if you have
second.
Arizona, you should be above me because I had.
Yeah, David's dead last.
Okay, I was about to say.
Who did David have again?
David, DeeDee, and Astrid.
Oh, okay.
David's in dead last with 6 points. Eve had Tiny and Arizona Brandy and came in 5th with 10 points. Brandon came in 4th with 14 points and had Verushka and Hana Beshie with Miss Congeniality. Mr. Talented came in 3rd with 15 points with Ovi and Matilduh. Kev came in 2nd place with a respectable 26 points with KatKat and Nicole Pardaux. And Lana won the draft with 33 points with M1ss Jade So and Mother Bernie.
Deserved.
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 And speaking of Lana, fans of Drag Race Philippines, we will be here shortly with Lana reacting to season 1 of Drag Race Philippines. It is happening. We are doing it. There's just a lot happening at the moment, but we are doing it as quickly as we can for you all. It's going to be a full edited series on the channel, so please look forward to that. More information about that will be coming out in the coming weeks as we exist with all of the drag that we still have going on. But we want to thank you so much for joining us on this journey of Drag Race Philippines. Y'all have really done the most for us, and we are forever grateful for all of you Drag Race Philippines fans for getting us to 1,000 subscribers, getting us
It
to
got
our
us
first
500
video.
also.
It got us to 500. It got us to 1,000. It got us to our first video with 10,000 views. Hello? What? Huh? Excuse me?
Thanks,
Huh?
guys.
So thank you so much for that. We are still here covering all of the drag content, or as much of the drag content as we possibly can that is happening right now. So please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Tune into all of our other content. Show us some love over on our other content. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Cup Pod for all of our most up-to-date cup news and our funny moments, because we are some funny bitches. And while you're down in the description, you could follow the 4 of us. You could go back to previous episodes. Follow Lana. Follow Kev. If you're in the Chicago area, go see Eve doing something fabulous. And you could also get your merch, including but not limited to Cup Mug. I don't have mine, so I was hoping David would have put it up. Thank you, David. Today I will be cheersing with my Brandy that I purchased in Arizona. I thought about doing a shot. But I have a lot of things to do for the rest of this evening, and I can't really afford to be drunk. So with that being said,
Cheers.
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 Bye.
I missed that
How'd I
Dr.
end up
Seuss
with
book.
somebody in
Mabu,
second
bye.
place and I'm still last.
Bye.